all y'all amazing folks on YouTube. Crafty Jenny here again with my next video. And today I'm going to be doing a thank you / dedication video for the YouTube channel called Snake Discovery. A husband and wife team, Emily and Ed, run the channel. They are absolutely amazing people. They have all kinds of reptiles. They breed them. They take very good care of them. Emily does a lot of interactive reptile type. She takes a lot of her reptiles to like classrooms and libraries and teaches children and even adults that, you know, reptiles aren't as bad as they've got the reputation to be. And she's just amazing. And I want to do something to kind of thank her for all the things that she does, and thank her for giving me some of the courage to start my own channel. So I'm going to be making a hognose. I'm going to be doing it in here. She loves hognose snakes. It's her favorite snakes. So I'm going to be doing kind of like her setup for her baby snake eggs, miniature out of clay, and making one of the snakes, little hognose snakes, hatching out of the egg, its little head sticking out. So it's going to be kind of difficult, but I'm going to put everything I have into it and make it as special as I can. And when it is safe to send mail again with what we're going through right now, I will be sending it to her in the mail. So hang in there with me and we'll get started. So to start off, we have to fix the container to put the eggs in. And what I'm going to do is get something that looks similar to the perlite that Emily and Ed uses on Snake Discovery. So what I did, I went to the Dollar Tree and I found this sand. And look, these little white stones at the Dollar Tree, and I took some of the white stones and crushed them up into smaller pieces, and I'm going to mix it with some of the sand, and I think that'll really give the effect of the perlite. Kind of like that. I think that looks really good. I may crush up a few more stones and add to it. Not sure yet, but I think that really does look good. The next thing we need to do is to start forming a few of our eggs. I'm not sure how many eggs I'm going to put in yet. All this is just polymer clay, white polymer clay. And once I get the eggs shaped out, all of them, just bake it in the oven until they get hard. And you just want a eggy type shape. Snake eggs are very similar in shape to any other egg. So just get a kind of eggy type shape. Here's a little more rounded. There we go. And I'm just going to make probably 6 or 8 of the eggs, and then we will start on making the baby coming out of one of them when I get that done. Now that I have the egg, well, most of the eggs shaped out like I want them, there's going to be one more egg that I'm going to have to work on after I do the baby's shape coming out. And all that I've done so far is just rolled out a thick snake of clay and pushed up the nose on the end and put with a dotting tool 2 little eye holes, and I did like a little bit of a little hump here for the top of its head. And then you want to do a little mouth shape. I'm going to have to redo this mouth shape. It's not quite right, but all you have to do to redo it is just smooth it back down. That's the side that I didn't like. And take whatever tool you're using and just barely go like that. There we go. That's better. That's a whole lot better. And just you want to do the few little scales, the bigger scales it has right up front. And then all the rest of the scales, you can use this texture on your X-Acto knife if you have one. It works perfect. And just go all the way around to get that snake scale texture. Even a little bit up on the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of those eggs and the front of the baby that's going to be coming out of his egg baked until it's completely hard. I don't want any risk of these being mushy. I'm going to get them baked, and then we'll be back to get him put inside of an egg. Now that they are done and out of the oven, I have just kind of snuggled them in here, each of the little eggs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him or her, could be either one, coming out of the egg. So what you want to do, first of all, you have to kind of put a thin, well, not that thin, oh goodness. Okay. About kind of like that layer around. Kind of like this, where he's poking his little head out. So cute. And once we get that done, we can build up the shape of the egg. And you may have, when a snake's coming out, it may look a little bit dented on top from where they're starting to come out. So you put a little bit of a indent on top there. Now what we need to do is bake this until it's hard, and then we can get into painting everything. So I'm going to finish getting this shaped up, get the fingerprints off of it, and get it put in the oven. Now it's time to give the eggs a little bit of color. Not a lot. So what I'm going to do, just take a little bit of watercolor brown, just kind of splatter it on it like this, and then take my hand and kind of rub it around. Oop. I just want a little color to it, not a lot. I don't want it this brown like it is here. That's why I rub it to get a lot of it off. It kind of give it a little streaking, kind of. And you can see the difference in how they look. Hang on, let me... Oh, that didn't work. Sorry. You can see the difference in how they're going to look. Kind of right here. That splattering kind of look. That's what I'm going for. This side needs a little more. And just a cheap, flimsy paintbrush, in my opinion, seems to do better for this kind of effect that I'm going for. And then once you get that done, you want to take kind of pointed paintbrush and go in, get a little bit of the brown, and just do a few little speckles here and there. Not a whole lot. Oop, that one's too big. Just a few little dots here and there. And what you can also do is give a kind of effect to where the snake has already tried to cut an exit out. And you just take a little bit of black, like that, and then just kind of dab a little bit of it off. Like that. And that kind of looks like the snake has already tried to cut a little slit to get out of the egg. So I'm going to go and do all of the eggs like this, and then we will work on, where'd he go? The baby. I think he came out so cute. We're going to paint him after I'm done painting all the eggs. Now on to baby little cuteness. First I'm going to take a little bit of red and go it on the eyes, because what I'm going to be making is it's going to be an albino baby hatching, and it has like cutest little red eyes. And what I want to do is I want to build up the color. So every time I put color on, I want to let it sit a minute, and then I'm going to take a paper towel and dab it off a little, and then go back over it again, and then take a paper towel and dab it off a little. Just over and over again until I get the color like I want it. And then for the rest of the snake, you want to take the orange, get it pretty watered down, and go over like kind of like a wash almost. And you can go over the eye a little bit too, it won't hurt anything. Kind of make sure you get it in all the little nooks and crannies, all the little scales, the mouth, everything. If you get a little bit on the egg, that's okay. You can dab it off. It won't hurt anything. Because just like the other eggs, I'm going to be going over it with a brown wash. So a little bit of orange, not that big a deal. But you will have kind of a mess doing it this way. But it's easy to clean up and it's worth it, I think. There we go. Oop. I got it. Yeah, I'm messy. Okay, go back with a little bit more red again for the eye. Just keep doing this, the eyes over, like I said, over and over until you get the color you want. I like doing it that way instead of letting it, like a thick layer, sit on it and dry. This way I think it really soaks in the clay more, and I think it makes it last longer in my opinion, but I could be wrong. So Okay, now that we have the base color on the snake head, we want to go in and put the details. So you want to get pretty thick color, the orange. And they have a small stripe that goes back behind their eye with a deep orange on each side. I just have to put a little tad on this side, like that. And then they have a couple rows across their head, the top of their head. We'll probably only get one, yep, I think I'll be able to get one in. Like that. And he's gonna come out so cute. Oh my goodness, I love it. And what you can do to kind of define some of the scales a little, some of the bigger scales around the mouth, if you want to, you could take a little bit of the brown, just a tad, you don't want a whole lot. Kind of paint inside those little scales with a little bit of brown to make it, those scales kind of pop out a little, where you can really see them better. And you can do that with the mouth too. Just anything that you want a little bit more visible, you could take that brown and go in. Just like that. Not a whole lot, just a little. There we go. I think it's come out so stinking adorable. Now I have to go in with the brown and work on the egg a little. Just with this part, make sure you work backwards, that way you don't risk getting any of the brown on your snake. It probably wouldn't hurt too bad, but this is something kind of special that I'm making for some very special people, as I told you. They work really hard. She does amazing things, making sure everyone knows everything they possibly can about the reptiles that she has. Even the reptiles she doesn't have. She really is a great ambassador for these animals, and she does, from what I hear, amazing, amazing, amazing shows, educational shows and programs. Kids just absolutely love them, and she's got so many people over their fear of snakes and lizards, and it's just amazing. Oh, he's so cute. What I'm going to do also, I'm going to do one more coat over the eye, and then I'm going to do a little bit more detail around the opening of the egg, and then we will be done. Oh, he's so adorable. I'll be right back when I get that done. And it's done. I absolutely love how it came out. It's so stinking cute. I hope that Emily and Ed love it as much as I do. Oh, it's so adorable. If y'all like seeing this, subscribe to my channel, leave me a like, click all the notifications, leave me a comment down below what you want to see me make in a future video. I love all of y'all amazing people. Y'all have a great and awesome day. I forgot something. Hang on one second. Emily does something pretty cool with her animals, with her eggs, when her animal lays eggs and she puts them in to incubate, she always marks the topmost part of the snake egg with something. It could be an X, a circle, a letter, pretty much anything. And she's gotten into doing cute little emoji faces and just all kinds of things here lately. So I'm going to do a few little marks on the top of the eggs to mark the most top points. Then I'll be right back in just a second to show you. And here they are. They're so stinking cute. We have just a snake. We have the Bob Ross egg. If anybody's watched Snake Discovery, you'll know what that means. If you haven't watched, go watch their channel. They're awesome. Just a smiley face emoji, a minion emoji, a poop emoji, just a regular X and O, McDonald's, and Taco Bell. If you don't get those, go watch Snake Discovery. They're awesome, and you'll understand. Y'all have a great day. Bye.